Against the Claude, we've seen actually Claude find problems against CC Vengeance. But Cho, what do we think about this Cho?
I have not seen Mulch play Cho very often, so I'm not too certain about his overall skill level with it. Hey, Homeboys have surprised us before in the past though, and maybe I'm forgetting something here or there. Mal has played a lot of different roles in the past. He's actually quite a veteran in MPL MY, so maybe he could surprise us.
I think there's one thing to note, right? On top of that is they needed someone to lock down the lane. We saw what Tlph was able to do on the Hayabusa, and maybe they're coming in with a little bit of PTSD. So the Cho single target should be able to deal with the Ling, and I think that's what they're expecting. But of course, everything can change in the Land of Dawn, and it all depends on execution.
Now, good that you said that, because now my question is, even if they have the single target lockdown coming from Cho, do we have someone that really works as a battery together with Cho to really fully utilize that entire time lockdown? Will Juicin be able to do enough damage? Will Nats be able to do enough damage? That is a question coming in to this game number 2 between Team Liquid Philippines versus Homebois.
Team Liquid Philippines on the blue side, Homebois on the red. Liquid currently 1 game up after an impressive game number 1. And already starting off game 2 with JP actually taking quite a lot of damage in the mid lane.
Now, we always wanted to see and talk about the fact that whenever you have the Juicin, you want someone to be able to clear waves in the middle lane fast enough, and you're gonna have to expect that Mal and Udil will be the battery. While Udil completely just keeps on going on and on with the very annoying pokes, and Mal just focuses on the lanes.
Mal going to be able to do quite a lot of poking already. While I personally haven't seen a lot of Mal playing Cho recently, I also have to note that I haven't seen a lot of Mal playing at all recently in the first place. So my memory could not be what it used to be. And once again, we see JP getting pulled in. Alpha charge. First blood by Amal instantly. Tempest the Blaze being used by Tlph. Actually dropping Homebois really low. And the immediate double for Tlph.
That was that 4-blade Tlph that we want to see, that we haven't really been able to see. But in the meantime, we have also managed to see how Homebois set up for the Jit Kundo. So whenever you see that Udil is pretty much preparing with the lantern, you know that someone is going to be tossed right back. It's perfect time.
Udil dropping real low. Mal gonna be looking for JP. It doesn't have level 4 yet, so not gonna be able to kick them into the tower. Homeboy started off really nicely, but Liquid have already gained a lead by giving Tlph an early kill.
Right off the bat, with 2 minutes into the game, with the turtle currently available, Homebois is the one that is trying to grasp that priority for themselves.
Tlph gonna be focused here again. Mal doesn't have level 4, but JP gonna be pulled forward once again. Carmilla, definitely a hero that Juicin can abuse. Though Udil gonna be forced to use ultimate since he is very deep in. Actually chasing JP down, gets the kill. NetherRealm a little bit too late, but enough to get rid of Udil. Sanji gonna take some damage. Earth Shatter gonna stop Homebois from advancing, and now they're gonna wanna look to back off and peel here. Sanford pops the Primal Wrap, Alpha Charge, gonna CC him once again. Mal doing a good job, gonna trade his life for that, but ends up giving Sanji the killing spree. 3 kills on the Pyramid.
Feels like they're overstaying their welcome, Homebois that is, and they pretty much will be looking at Sanford just peeling for the team crazily.
Ooh, Sanji doing God's work right now. Gonna be able to get the final hit with the Shadow Stampede. He may pay for it. Nope. He walks out with literally an empty health bar. Even rejoins the fight to make sure they're able to take the turtle. He gets it! Sanji, the man! Showing that you don't need help to contest the objective at all. And the rest of Liquid just walk away. Looks like they'll be able to pick up JP. Way of the Dragon lands, pulls him back. Not enough damage, but they will finish him.
At least a Crimson Beacon was up and available for the side of Udil to really do something. But Tlph seems to be really wanting to bite on this bait, but that's not gonna be happening. But that is definitely all fine and dandy from the side of Team Liquid PH. Sanji already starting the game with a total of 4 kills and stealing the turtle. That's quite a name for himself.
We already know that every single member of Liquid can become a beast as long as they're able to snowball, and looks like Sanji already on the path to doing so. Ferrum is definitely a hero he's quite comfortable with, able to pick off Amal and even steal the turtle at 0 HP.
One thing that I remember is the fact that Udil that's playing as a Juicin is exceptionally good when opening up the brushes. You do have the range that you can just kind of scan around onto these brushes to ensure that your team just don't get caught all that often. And I absolutely respect that. I love that. But how exactly is Homebois going to be making full use of that concept?
I do think they want to go for a little more aggressive play. I mean, if you're able to pull someone in or Way of the Dragon someone, Amal does do a lot of burst damage. So ideally, they want to snowball on the Alpha, but he's already died twice, so not a good start for them.
Good point there, because now we were asking about the question, do they even have enough damage? We want to see the battery going on.
Maul gonna get pulled over the wall once again. Sanford gonna get I'm Offended over the wall as well. Nether Realm gonna be used. So is the Zeus and Tlph comes to join Alpha Charge. Amal not able to get over the wall, so he gets knocked up. It is absolute chaos here in the river, but Sanford gonna trade for Amal, and now Tlph gets free reign to jump into the back line. Gonna be able to dash away just barely. Yeah, Tree getting the movement speed, not enough to chase him down. He just dashes away, and Liquid come out on top again.
This fight is a testament to how much damage Homebois really have, and it's really tough for them to deal with. Even if Nets come in, he did drop the Zaman Force, but he can't even catch up to get any kills. It has been a long, drawn-out fight for Homebois. So now they gotta have to crack themselves the questions. Where are they getting the damage from? Will Ye3 gotta have to open himself up even more in order to join into these battles? How are they supposed to supplement even more? Will Udil need to change his items a bit? How about Amal?
You do typically encounter a little bit of difficulty when you're playing more of a pick-off style comp and the enemy team has a fair miss, right? You just pop the Nether Realm at the right time and whoever is being targeted will be saved. So Homebois needs to kind of manipulate the map in a way where Liquid is split apart, and I'm not really sure they have the tools to do that.
Now the next question, hold on a second.
Yep. Sanford gonna get pulled in. Nether Realm gonna be used once again. Homeboy's not in a good position for this yet. Tree gonna be the first target, immediately picked off. Monster kill for Sanji. Ness in the front line with the Zaman Force doing some good damage, but is it going to be enough? Sanford gonna need to flicker out, but gets caught by the Way of the Dragon, and there's no more Nether Realm, so they will finally punish the Edith. Mal now has to run away. Benny gonna dash forward with the BMI, picks him off. Turtle now gonna be the target of Liquid. They are beautifully balancing aggro and juggling Homebois as Amal gonna fall victim again. Turtle stolen by Tlph, and he gets a double kill on top of that. This man's greed knows no bounds.
No, that fight just further solidified that the Juicin just doesn't deal enough damage at all. Yes, the Juicin is very annoying. You're constantly flying up, especially for the side of JP. He is on the receiving end. He's constantly flying into the sky, being slammed down, flying in the sky, slammed down. But we're talking about Camilla. Camilla is pretty tanky and even built up the Radiant armor. You are not in the slightest afraid of this Juicin.
Net's gonna take some damage. Tlph targeting him. Tempest of Blades comes out. Nether Realm so that they can dive the tower. Godlike streak for Tlph. And Homeboy just disappears. It happens so quickly. Yeah, Tree not gonna make it in time to save them. Just gonna try to defend the tower. Uses I'm Offended to clear the wave. But he is stuck 1v4. Udil too far back to protect him. That's a free tower on top of 3 kills.
The crit damage is definitely building up over to the side of Tlph with a single Finch Poise, or rather a single stab. Allows him to just take probably half HP away from Nets. Well, maybe that's an over-exaggeration, but you pretty much see that point. The Team Liquid PH managing to take away the tier 1 in the middle lane, ensuring that Homebois now will have a lot more issues to try to get themselves priority over the river, or perhaps even in their own buff. Amal, you're gonna have to watch out for this.
A 6k net worth difference at 8 minutes is pretty big though. You can see Udil still being annoying. Oh, nice I'm Offended onto 2 members. Sanji dropping low, shut down on a Pyramid. Before the Nether Realm is available, Primal Wrath not gonna save Sanford. This is a chance for Homeboy. But look at the blazing duet! It is doing so much damage! Benny Cutie just fillets the Homeboys like they are the most delicious piece of meat they've ever seen. A double kill for Tlph. He's looking for Udil. I don't think he'll jump for this. The job's already done.
That was hands down just foresight coming in from Team Liquid PH. They understood that they can just throw Sanford, throw JP, let them peel everything, ensure that Homebois use everything in their arsenal just to bring these 2 beefy men down. And once all of these ultimates, all of these skills has been depleted, especially when it comes down to the Way of the Dragon as well as the Spear of Alpha, there's no one that can come in to really stop Benny Cutie and Tlph. 2 for 4 trade, very much worth it.
And Tlph is jumping in again, wants to contest the purple buff right after getting the Lord. They'll get it too. Curse of Blood, zoning out Homeboys. Flicker, Earth Shatter, Primal Wrath comes out, and Tlph just jumps straight in, blazing to a NetherRealm. Liquid is not being punished for this at all, but Sanji and Sanford will eventually get finished off. Carl, you probably don't want to go for this, sir. Health's a bit too low, but it's still a win for Liquid.
Just play within your box. That is what Homeboys gotta have to do at this point in time. You gotta have to supplement the lack of damage from your team by playing safe, defensive, and you gotta have to wave clear as much as possible. But unfortunately, that is the problem. If you want to play within of your turrets, you gotta have to be ready for all of these waves to be crashing in. Do you really have got the ability to be able to clear all these waves fast enough? You have Nats. Nats is not necessarily all that great in clearing waves aside from the Synchro Vision. You will want Amal as well as Year 3 to really pop off. As much as I want to see a sustained Year 3, I purely and I solely believe there must be some sort of risk involved in Ruby's itemization where he gotta have to build a tad bit more damage in order to clear these waves.
The problem is there's just way too... Oh well, here goes Tlph again. Even Tempest of Blades forcing multiple resources out from the Homeboys under their own tower. The threat that Liquid poses to the red base right now is huge, and we can see just how much of a net worth difference they have in total. Homeboys just have no items, and we can see that. I'm offended pulls Sanji in, but he doesn't care. He's got NetherRealm blazing duet, just dismantles the backline. Homeboys disintegrates like they're an ice cube melting in the sunlight, and Liquid are the ones shining down the light. The inhibitor is just gonna fall one by one. Homeboys can do nothing about this. They're trying their best. Call once again on top of net. Zaman Force used defensively. The last inhibitor gonna be taken out, and Tempest of Blades will finish off Maul on top of it. Homeboys can do nothing but watch as Liquid just runs into their house like it's their own.
It has been a long time since I've seen Claude's blazing duet just run on by like a hot knife through butter. Homeboys, it's not like their composition is fragile or flimsy or anything. It's just this Claude is dealing a massive amount of damage. His current, he does have a current economy of about, let's see, 9.9 thousand gold alongside of Tlph with a total of 12,000 gold. That sets them up way above. Of course, being able to finish the Holy Trinity alongside of the Malefic Roar really gives Bang and Hok Etch all of that damage output that he absolutely needs. Team Liquid PH, they are not afraid to do the same thing again by playing investments. Throw Sanford, throw JP right in the face of Homeboys, let them take the bait, and then Bang and Hok Etch is ready and raring to go together with Tlph.
And they don't particularly mind losing players like Sanford either, because they are so rich at this point that it will still take the Homeboys a long time to even whittle through their health bars, and all that is time given to Benny and Tlph. Lord gonna be claimed easily. Homeboys unfortunately don't have a composition that can really push the map.
I need everyone to remember, or not remember, but pay attention to the fact that we have a double roamer boots coming in from the side of Team Liquid PH, namely Sanford as well as JP. They know that they want to funnel all of these gold over to Tlph and Bang and Hok Etch. Sanford is really just there for a sandbag. You don't need any items from him. We just need Sanford as well as JP go in and unfortunately take all the damage for the team.
And that's what they're doing. We can see Udil trying to pick someone off, but it's not working. Carl even just dashing away from another alpha spear being used by Amal. Liquid are basically just toying with the Homeboys, and with the Lord now looking to push in, we could be witnessing the end of the series. Can Homeboys defend this? We'll find out. Lord gonna take some damage, gonna try and pull it away, but Homeboys really just don't have a solid enough front line to do so. Well, not gonna find anything yet. Tree can immediately engage. A nice catch, but NetherRealm gonna be used with the Blazing Duet to just, again, cut through the Homeboys. Sanji and Sanford have already bit the bullet, but Liquid, they just clear it up. It's a wipeout. It's no problem at all. Triple kill again for Tlph on top of a monster kill by Benny, and we can see that Liquid is just too much for the Homeboys.
Oh, I see that. Winner crown fool coming in from Team Liquid PH. They know that they gotta have to make that move. Gotta say, that was a dominating performance from the side of Team Liquid PH, and it's really unfortunate from the side of Homeboys Homebois, their game plan is to play around turrets. They have experienced themselves. We have no damage. How are we supposed to kill these people? We throw everything over to JP. We threw everything over to Sanford. Where are we getting the resources to deal with the rest? That's my question over to Eterna as we welcome her back onto the show.
Hi.
Hi, welcome back.
Wow. I'm back. That's not me, by the way. Just want to make it
yeah.
clear. I think that's Kadita.
Yeah, that's Kadina.
Yes, it
but
is.
don't worry, you're more beautiful than her.
Wow.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know about that, but I do know that our predictions are right today.
Hey!
Let's go.
Yeah!
Faith
Okay, I
did
got
not
pulled.
pay me
In
back.
your face!
I'm more like in my face.
Well, that was indeed a very dominating performance from the start of Team Liquid PH. But if there was one thing that you guys could change from Homebois' lineup, what is that one thing that you would suggest?
Lineup.
Yeah.
So you mean the heroes?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Let's not get too spicy when it comes down to changing players,
Lineup. Let me check. Honestly, what did you think? Because technically they had a great idea with everything, right? I just realized that when they picked up the Cho, it was not only just to try and shut down Karl Tlph with the lane, but also for that wave clear that was lacking from Zusin. So, what would you change?
Maybe they could have considered going for the Minotaur instead, because they were the ones who banned it when they had first pick in the second phase. They could have started second phase by going Minotaur. I kind of understand the Ruby Cho, good amount of CC, good lockdown, wave clear like you mentioned, but I do still feel like something was missing.
Personally, I would say that the Alpha has gotta go.
Oh, yeah.
The Alpha's gotta go. I believe that yes, the Roger was banned. Roger would have been the perfect candidate over to their team, especially since that they are lacking of damage and they couldn't execute anyone at all. So for now, we're just going to be jumping right in to take a look at Team Liquid PH, as I believe that Rose is upstairs ready to interview the players. Take it away, Rose.
Thank you to our casters, and right now I'm with the one and only GOAT of Tlph, Karl Tlph. Very nice hire, Savage, just now. That was really, really good. Okay, Karl, I'm going to be very honest. I've been reading comments online, especially in the Filipino community group, and a lot of people have been saying that Karl's hands aren't as fast anymore and he cannot play assassin. Yet we all witnessed an amazing game from Haya and Ling. So Karl, what do you have to say to the people who said you're washed out, your assassin ain't good no more?
Ano lang, tuloy lang kayo sa pagbabash kasi sobrang laking motivation yung binibigay niya sa akin. Tapos, ganyan-ganyan din yung sinasabi niya sa akin nung tank jungler pa lang eh. So, tignan na lang natin kung ano mangyayari.
Ooh, he said, you know what? If y'all want to bash him, just keep on bashing him, because what you guys are doing is technically motivating him to do so much better. Because this is exactly what everybody was saying when the utility jungler meta came out. Everybody was looking down at him, yet look guys, he's still performing at his best. Okay, Karl, later on you guys will be meeting Geek Fam. Yesterday y'all played 2 matches, today 2 more matches. If I'm not mistaken, if you guys win against Geek Fam, the potential to enter playoffs is already very, very high. So let me ask you, who do you want to meet in the playoffs that you think will be a very, very good challenge?
Gusto ko po sana sabihin SRG na agad, pero feel ko may nakukulangan pa ako sa performance ko. Siguro ano na lang po muna, Bren po, kasi parang gusto rin po namin pumawi sa MSC.
Alright, so he said as much as he wants to say Selangor Red Giants, he feels as if his performance is not up to par yet or as high as how he expects it to be. However, he does want to meet Bren again because he wants to get a little bit of a revenge from what happened in MSC. Okay, so talking about MSC muna ha, let's talk about MSC for a little while. You said you want to get your revenge on Bren. If you get your revenge on Bren, do you think you'll be ready for Selangor Red Giants?
Siguro po konti, kasi parang yung SRG po talaga yung pinakamalakas ngayon eh.
Alright, he said if he does win against Bren, that will boost up the team's morale, and hopefully once they meet Selangor Red Giants, they will be more ready, as it is currently one of the strongest teams right now. Alright, Karl, since you all only have 1 match break, I'm gonna let you off now. Casters, what do you guys think about what happened in this best of 3 series? Did Karl Tlph's assassin still amaze you?
It is a Savage after all. definitely amazed every single one of us. And I gotta have to say, this guy, he's not washed up. You can pretty much tell from me and Eternal's prediction, we expect something out of that.
We know what's up.
We know what's up.
Okay, fine. But
Eyes on Sadaffa.
hey, I can still lay claim to the fact that
Okay.
even after all of this, the GOAT himself still thinks he's not quite ready for the Giants.
But that's the mindset that you need.
Yeah,
that's the mindset
I'm not
that
saying
you
it's
need
a bad
to improve,
mindset. I'm
right?
just saying, hey, we have something, you know?
But you know, it's kind of surreal to me, right? Even as a Singaporean, it's kind of surreal to me that big teams like Team Liquid PH, AP Bren, they are looking up on to Udu Red Giants or Selangor Red Giants. We don't really expect so much out of Udu Red Giants before MSC. We're just thinking, yeah, they are strong on paper, yeah, they're strong in scrims, and right after MSC, hailed as gods.
Sorry, talking about gods, 1,094 GPM on Tlph right
Oh,
there.
what?
Oh, what?
So he just topped his own GPM, 977 on the Hayabusa, now 1094. That's got to be the highest.
That
we've
is
seen.
100% the highest GPM. That is such an impossible number to hit most of the time.
6 gold to 1100?
And mind you, guys, from Homeboys, we kind of skipped through the items earlier on, but there was a blade armor on the Ruby. So even with the blade armor, he's dealing that much damage.
I want to pull Icy Baby back onto the set and tell him, hey, blade armor doesn't matter after all, huh?
Maybe you need anti-cuirass.
Yeah, maybe
But actually, but you know what? Unfortunately, it is because there's many QT.
Yes.
So you gotta have to get the blade armor.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's a separate occasion. It's a separate occasion, a little bit different. It doesn't apply.
Yeah.
But you know what? Maybe this is the case where year 3, good itemization. You gotta have to look out for Benny Cutie because ourselves we even see how painful this Benny Cutie really is.
Did you know the first time when he did that Blazing Duet and you guys were like, whoa, what is that damage? He didn't even have the Holy Trinity yet.
Oh,
He didn't have the
Wow.
corrosion scythe yet.
where did all that damage came from?
I think it's less of Benny not
more on
like having
Homeboys.
items and more on Homeboys having like nothing. They were so poor at that point already. And if you are behind in the early stages of the game against a comp that has a Ling and Claude, your game is basically already over. Like this is a comp that's supposed to win a little later on. So if they're already winning to start, you've done something wrong.
Okay, so when it comes down to gold is definitely important. You don't have enough items that can really help you to suppress the damage coming in from Benny Cutie, but I think it's more so from the EXP. You actually don't get the levels, and as such you don't get the progression from all that hybrid defense, or rather all the kind of defenses that you are able to get per level, which makes things a lot more difficult for you to really deal with the massive amount of damage coming in from Team Liquid PH all across the board. And
Wow.
there we go. The man, the myth, the legend. 12 to 0 is to 14. 1094 GPM.
The GOAT himself getting MVP once again and proving to all of the haters online that he does still have it. All while being very humble and understanding that he still got work to do to be able to catch up to the strongest teams once again. He was just having a fun time this whole series, I feel like. This is truly a chance for Carl to show his fangs to the world again.
He even picks up the GDS on a
Right?
lane.
Oh, yeah,
That's-
what?
That's dominance. That's dominance. That's aggression. And it's going to be very interesting to see when Team Liquid PH goes against SRG.